And I said her name. I have to delete that. Hey everybody. So today's Friday, the 24th, I believe. It's been about 10 days since our last video. Had some time to absorb the whole transgender bathroom nonsense that's happening yet again. And yeah, it sucks. It's pretty damn stupid that it's even an issue. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know why it's even a problem, but it is. And you know, unfortunately, there's not a lot we can do other than persevere. I've been involved in a few interesting conversations about it over this time. And you know, it comes down to, it's just like any other fight for rights that's happened in our past. You know, it just like how African Americans had to deal with the fact that they weren't allowed in certain parts of the bus, or weren't even allowed in the same restaurant, or even allowed to use the same watering fountain. And you know, the excuse was that this or that, or they're unclean, or you know, whatever. Everybody's always going to come up with an excuse why they want to take away your rights. And until it becomes a federal law and is protected, they're always going to have that ability, which is bullshit. Luckily, I live in the state of Colorado, where it's really not an issue because there are protections that are built into the state laws. So I'm not as affected by it as somebody in, you know, say Texas or North Carolina, where it's given people that behave improperly and follow their fears or whatever you want to say, justification to be assholes. Best word for it. You know, just like how for the longest time, if you were gay or lesbian, you know, you could lose your job, or you know, you could be denied service, or you weren't allowed to get married. And now, if you're transgender, you can lose your job. You don't have to receive service, or you know, if you go to a restaurant, they don't have to serve you in certain states. And you know, I'm not allowed to go to the bathroom. That's bullshit. You know, but you know, it started out with women not having the right to vote. And the women are still struggling. You know, still struggling for equal wage for the same pay. That's not right. You know, it started with ending slavery, and then, you know, forming equality between the races. You know, for the longest time, if you were the wrong color, you couldn't even go to a certain college. That's not right. You know, just because your skin's a different color does not mean you can't be a genius. Look at Neil deGrasse Tyson, for Christ's sake. Man's smarter than almost every white person I know. So color doesn't matter. And then it came down to sexuality doesn't matter. You know, look at Ellen. She's beyond successful, even though she pretty much rocked the boat back in the day by coming out. Yeah. So we took away people's rights to be racist. We took people's rights away to be sexist. And we took people's rights away to be homophobic. Well, now gender identity is the thing that they can fight. And it's not fair. And unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of suicides that come from this. Because, unlike most of those other groups, being transgender almost always comes with having severe anxiety, dysphoria, and depression. And, you know, the younger members of our community are so afraid to even exist that you add this to their plate, and a lot of them are just gonna take their own lives rather than deal with it. You know, unfortunately, a lot of them haven't lived their life long enough to develop that inner strength to fight for their rights. Luckily, there are people out there who are willing to fight. I, for one, am willing to stand up for my rights when the need comes. And I'm going to start standing up for their rights too. It's not fair. It's not okay. You know, my argument, which I'm sure you guys have remembered, has always been, yeah, you're worried about your wife or your daughter or your son or whoever. Okay. I have breasts. I look like a woman. Other than my voice, 9 times out of 10, people think I'm a woman. How safe am I walking into a restroom filled with men? You know, what if I'm at the bar and there happen to be 4 or 5 drunk guys who don't have the greatest of moral compasses, and you're going to make me go into the men's room with them? Chances are I'm going to be assaulted, and when they figure out that I don't got parts between my legs that they expect to see, I'm most likely going to be killed because I offended their sense of sexuality. That's what you're putting trans people into when you take away their right to enter the bathroom in conformance with their gender identity or outwards appearance. You know, when I still look like a guy, I didn't use the girls' bathroom because I didn't want to make people uncomfortable, and frankly, I was uncomfortable going in there. I was still safe going into the men's bathroom. It got to a point right there at the end when I was still, you know, showing as a guy, but not getting, you know, not really passing as a guy. I got weird looks when I went into the men's bathroom. People were like, and, you know, people got freaked out. So it got to the point where I was holding my bladder because I was too afraid to go into the girls' bathroom. But then I was too afraid to go into the men's bathroom. It's a vicious cycle. You know, still now. If I'm trying to go to the bathroom between classes, and the bathroom I choose has a line, meaning I'm going to have to stand in the middle of the common area of the restroom with other women, I turn around and I leave. And I hold it. Because last thing I need is to stand there minding my own damn business and be confronted by someone who thinks I don't have the right to be there. You know, chances are probably the most interaction I would get is somebody telling me they like my makeup or my shoes or something. But that fear and that anxiety and that depression that rules my heart and soul because I can't get rid of it makes it so I can't go in there because I'm afraid of the worst case scenario. You know, and yes, my school does have gender neutral bathrooms. They are very out of the way and difficult to get to. Okay. That said, they're usually occupied because everybody else uses them too. So, even when I want to go use a gender neutral bathroom, I can't. Because it's not available. You know, a simple solution that I have heard bounced around a lot is make all bathrooms gender neutral. You know, just put floor to ceiling door stalls in every unit, and you know, once you walk into that bathroom, you're safe. Once you're in the stall, nobody can see or hear you, nobody can interact with you, nobody can assault you. You're safe. I would frankly love that because I don't have to worry about my safety either. You know, but then you've got the drawback to that men are disgusting creatures. And there's a reason why I never used a sit-down toilet in the men's room unless it was an absolute frickin' emergency. Men are disgusting. It's just the way of it. So it's been quite the blessing to have clean restrooms to go to the bathroom in the women's going through. So, you know, that's my take on it. It's not all about my right to pee. It's not whether or not I'm going to abuse a child because I was born a man. No, it's not about that. It's about people who want to control the rights of others. So they're going to make up any excuse they want so they can control me. You're not going to control this girl. And just for the people who think they could and want to physically try, this girl's a Marine. She's trained to defend herself. I know dirty tricks you couldn't even think of. So I welcome to try. I'm not challenging anybody to try to assault me. I'm not asking for it. All I'm saying is, I'm willing to stand up and defend myself. You know, I may end up getting in trouble doing that. I may end up getting hurt doing that. But I will not be a victim. I will not allow someone to take my rights away. And I will not allow someone to take someone else's rights away either. Everyone has the right to be safe and to be themselves. You know? I don't have the right to tell you because you were born a man and you identify as a man that you're wrong. I don't have the right to tell you because you were heterosexual that, you know, it's just a phase and you'll grow out of it. And any other frickin' excuse that people used to tell gay people, which they still do. You know, it's just a phase. You'll grow out of it. You know, when did you know you were heterosexual? No, fuck you. It's not the way it works. So, I'm going to do my best to be more active in the community and help stand up for rights, as it's what's the right thing to do. Okay, that's as much as I want to say about that. I'm going to get off my high horse. Most people who would even watch my video, probably I'm preaching to the crowd on this one. And there's no reason for me to continue to really say. I've said my piece. You guys know how I feel about it. It is what it is. Otherwise, I've had a relatively good week. You know, so you've probably noticed this strange little patch on my chest. I started taking Thrive, which I talked about a lot of months ago. I used to have to drink 2 or 3 rock stars and 3 or 4 cups of coffee a day to make it through my day. And that was even when I was exercising heavy with Beachbody and eating extremely healthy food and all that. I still did not have energy. I had some, but not like this. You know, I wake up in the morning, I take my vitamins, I wait about a half hour, I drink the shake, I swap out the patch after I shower, and I have energy like I chugged just slammed a rock star. I have that same energy from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed, without the shaking, without the headaches, without the manic energy, you know, without all those side effects that come with caffeine. It's really nice. I'm really loving it. And, you know, that's what this is. It's something that makes me feel good, and I'm going to keep doing it. I have energy, I have drive. You know, in a matter of a week, I managed to almost finish my program that I rewrote. And it's taken me a year to get to the point where I was at. And in a week, because I had energy and I had drive, I finished it. So, I'm still fighting my voice. It's driving me crazy. It seems like every time I try to talk to you guys, I end up having to cut out a ton of me coughing and hacking and having to drink. Because for some reason, I get this dryness right here when I try to speak to you guys in a voice that doesn't have all the bass in it. And it drives me crazy. I hate it. I hate my voice. I would really love to get up somewhere higher, but as you can tell, I get that really kind of crappy, it doesn't work for me. I'm gonna keep practicing. I'm gonna keep trying. Someday I'll get there. It's not gonna be today. So I met a girl. You know, we've gone on a couple dates. I haven't really figured out how she feels about me yet. I don't know. I'm interested. I'm terrified. I'm attracted. I really don't know. You know, it seems like one moment she wants to talk to me, she wants to, you know, whatever. And then the next moment, it's like pulling teeth, and I might get a comment a day. So, I don't know where that's gonna go. I don't really know. On top of that, I have another frustration. Somebody from my past, who I cared deeply about, and I still care about, has decided that, I don't know what it is. You know, I get this random message and a friend request, and then nothing. You know, I don't know why I even get this message. I don't get it. You know, I hope this person isn't trying to play with me. I hope they aren't being selfish and trying to put me back in a situation where I'm gonna get hurt. But at the same time, I kind of hope this person wants to be part of my life again. Will I ever trust her? I don't know yet. Am I willing to try? Yeah. You know, she was an important part of my life. You know, it's not my ex-fiance. I don't even know what I would do if she actually contacted me. But it is somebody I care deeply for. And somebody who hurt me very much. You know, but I'm willing to try. I'm willing to let that person say their piece. And, you know, if they're only contacting me out of guilt because they feel they need to get something off their chest, fine. Get it off your chest. You know, if they're contacting me because they truly miss me or they truly care, that's cool. I just hope she doesn't play with me again. I can't deal with somebody coming into my life, becoming an important part of my life, and then disappearing. I don't know how I would handle that. I don't think I would handle that. You know, and that really sucks. You know, when do you choose to cut somebody completely out of your life forever? And when do you choose to allow a second chance? You know, do you let them hurt you multiple times, or do you just, if somebody hurts you once, they're gone forever? That's not who I am. I'm always gonna be one of those people who, despite breaking my heart again and again and again, chances are I'll forgive you and let you back in, despite that being the stupidest thing I could do. It's just who I am. So, I don't know if my ex-fiance ever decided to reach out to me, that I would be able to handle it. I don't know what I would do. Do I still love her? Yes, without a doubt. I never stopped loving her. No matter how many times she got angry and yelled at me or anything else, I still loved her as much as the day I fell in love with her, if not more. You know, even at the very end, where she just wanted me out, I still loved her. I was still trying. I was still praying in the back of my mind that we could make it work. Is that naive and stupid? Probably. It's me. Go figure. You know, if she was to reach out to me tomorrow and, you know, try to initiate contact, I don't know. I really don't. You know, I don't think I could ever trust her again. You know, there's a difference between being able to forgive somebody and let them back in your life, but being able to trust somebody who broke you so completely, even if it wasn't on purpose, that's hard. That's a question you can't just answer. You know, you have to be willing to put yourself in the position to really see if you can, you know? If I was to get that message tomorrow saying, you know, I'm deeply sorry and I've missed you for this damn near year that I haven't talked to you, and I want to be your friend, in a heartbeat. But if she was also to go on and say that she still loved me and wanted to be with me again, I don't know. It's so hard. You know, it's something I've dreamed about for months. And it's, you know, it's that thing in your mind where it's the only thing in the world you want. You know, I'm sure a lot of you have had that where all you want is this person back. But, you know, if I was to get that chance, I don't know if I could. It would take a very long time for somebody who's hurt me that badly to prove to me that they weren't going to do it again. You know, maybe that's stupid of me. You know, maybe that's not intelligent or whatever you want to say. You know, I keep thinking back to, you know, when you see people who were physically abused, how they continue to go back to that person. I'm not saying she abused me at any shape or form, but the way she reacted at the end did emotionally scar me, whether she wanted it to or not. And yeah, you know, this came up in therapy today and I couldn't answer. I don't know. I really don't. And chances are I'll never have to answer that question truly, because I have a feeling I'll probably never see her again. She's the kind of person who, once she commits to something, it's forever. And it is what it is. I'll live. This other friend that reached out, I really don't know. I want to be her friend. I do. I want to be a part of her life. I guess we'll see where it leads. I just don't want people to come into my life just for the sheer enjoyment of breaking my heart and hurting me. That sucks. It's no fun. I'm gonna leave it there. I am sick of discussing this, and I'm probably gonna cut a huge portion of what I set out, so you're probably gonna miss a lot of it. I'm gonna say goodbye. I love each and every one of you. You are all amazing. For my trans brothers and sisters, don't be afraid. Don't put yourself in a situation where you can get hurt, but stand up for yourself. You do have rights. You have the right to exist. So exist. Be your beautiful self. I love you all. Be good. Do good. And be happy. Goodbye.